school starting, stuff like that. I got to concentrate on the real career for right now. Anyway, I'm here with 67 Rebel SST AMC. Yep. So, anyway, so he won't be in the chat tonight. I mean, he might be in the chat tonight. You're welcome to say something. So, we're going out, going to a place where one side of the road's any bull, and the side of the road we're hunting, of course, 4 brow tines and 50 inches. But we'll see where we can end up and just search for them. What's up, David Walcott? How you doing? Hope I'm not interrupting Chook's chat. I know he was on there chatting, so we're just riding. We're going to be a while. I'll go in and out of signal here for a little bit. So chat's probably only going to last 15, 20 minutes before we get out of signal and back into signal and out of signal again. So we'll just see when it lasts and I decide to quit. What's up, Keith Gregory? How's it going? All right. Hope you're all doing well. And so, yeah, we're looking for moose. I'm taking my 6.5 284 Norma, but I also brought my 7 mag because I've had some issues last week with the 6.5 284 Norma. I could chamber around and it wouldn't go back on the safe. It would stay on fire. It wouldn't go back on the safe. So, may hot lead and copper fly on the strip. I agree. So I checked it out. I cleaned it again. It seems to be doing fine. It hasn't done it since, you know. But it's only when I chamber around too. If I have, it doesn't do it when if I work the bolt on an empty chamber. It's weird. It's a Savage 111 6.5 by 284 Norma. So it's a pretty cool caliber. I love the gun. Just is what it is. Good luck with the hunt. Yep, I appreciate it, guys. You need to all pray the Lord gives me a good one to walk by. Actually pray that 67 Rebel SST AMC gets one and I get a caribou, because I got a caribou tag. That's what that would be the perfect trip. He get a moose and I get a caribou. That would be the perfect trip. So anyway, so that's what we're doing, and we're just hoping to get out here and get some hunting done and some browns down on the ground, you know. So that's that. So I figured since I haven't been on live in a while, I'd get on live while we were out here. We just picked up my buddy's 4-wheeler that I'm borrowing. Thank you, buddy. You know who you are. So anyway, we're gonna ride back. It's an easy trail, so we're gonna ride back and just see what we get and see what's there. We saw moose there last time. Last week I hunted with my neighbor down the Nebezna Road, and we did not see that. May the ancestors bless your hunt. What's up, Trigger Bar Philosopher? How you doing? You had a good video the other day. Bamsi Moy, hopefully you get a big one. Yes. I would be okay with a big one, but I prefer like a little spike fork. Would be just fine with me. Meat, that would be just fine with me. Been thinking of getting a 300 blackout bolt action rifle. They're quiet, man. I'm telling you, they are quiet. 300 blackout's quiet, period. You throw in a bolt action rifle, man, I don't know if you can tell the difference between that and a 22. They are quiet. It's probably still a little louder than a 22, but I know my 22 bolt action is smack dab silent. It's crazy how silent that thing is. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, getting a 300 bolt action would be good. If you have a 300 bolt action, you have to pair it with a suppressor. Pretty sure it's the law somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Much bigger smack from downrange. Yeah, I brought my Magnum 7 Magnum with me. It's my good luck rifle. I've been hunting like 2 years now with the 6.5 284, and I hadn't killed a darn thing, hadn't seen a thing, or if I could have killed a thing, like last year, I was in a bad situation where I didn't want to bring another animal out of the wilderness. So we ended up, so my 6.5 284 has kind of been my bad luck rifle, so I'm going to do that. At Trigger Bar Philosopher as well, since it's the law. Yeah. So, yeah. 300 blackout, yeah, that ought to be really quiet. All right, I think we're back live. Give us footage of the hunt. Doesn't matter if you get anything. That's how most of my hunts go. Maybe. Sorry, I lost my signal there for a little bit. I don't know why. I had like 5 bars, so. Yep. Yeah, loading. Hey, don't complain about it. I'm in Alaska. So. Anyway. Yeah. We saw a pretty good bull in it last year, in this place last year. He should be legal this year. He was really close to legal last year. He would have been close to 45 or 50 inches. And that'd have to be 50 inches. So hopefully he grew 5 inches over the year. So anyway, so I'm hoping he'll be here this year. So we'll see. We will see. Be cooler. Will you be going through wetlands? Most likely, yes. Most likely. It's Alaska. Everything's a wetland. The forest is a freaking wetland.
Summer.
Yeah. Oh, it's not as bad this summer as it was last summer. So, it's been worse lately, but not hasn't been that bad. Last summer it was, man, you hit like June 29th and it just rained every day from June 29th till it snowed. This summer there's been some reprieve here and there, some good weather here and there. So we'll see. Last weekend I got hailed on. We got up there and started hailing. Flakes like this big in them. So once we get them out of the swamp, we can get them to the 4-wheeler trail. We're home for 4-wheelers. We're about 3.5 miles back on the 4-wheeler. Not professional on the live stream, I'm not. Anyway, decision up one person I called the field. I didn't think it'd be this bad going in and out. Maybe once or twice, but it's happened like 7 times now. Just crazy. Yeah, so I got an arrow position CMV barreled upper. We'll see how it works there, if it's there too. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Sorry about the reconnecting a bunch, guys, but yeah, looking forward to that, and that should be coming. That should make it here before I get back. So, and it is what it is, but that'll be good little thing for the channel. Good SHTF gun. So, kind of want to do that. I think I'm going back to 308 over 6.5 Creedmoor. So, just mentally, that's where I want to be right now. I want the 150 grain bullet going faster than the 140. It has been a while. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, brother. Just been busy hunting or busy with school and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm leaning towards 308 much more. It's much more available. It's cheaper. I mean, I found rounds for. You can find rounds for under $20 a box online, and probably about $23 to $25 a box up here. So there's that. That helps. So probably gonna get a bunch of M80 ball as I can afford it, and just keep buying it and stack it away, and probably gonna load up some of those 150 grain Lehigh copper rounds too. I think a 150 grain Lehigh copper round would be a pretty darn good. It's probably tumble the 130 or the 150 grain Barnes. I'll load up the 130 grain Barnes and shoot it, and because you can get a bunch of those loaded up, and then I could do the same load with the M80A1 since it's a 130 grain. So that wouldn't be too bad at all. So you have your Barnes and you have your magazine full of the good stuff for penetration. I think that actually that M80A1 would perform better at slower speeds than it did in my 300 Win Mag, because going over almost 3,800 feet per second in that long barreled 300 Win Mag, that's that. So on 300 Blackout as a caliber. Oh, I love it. So, you know, if you like it, shoot it. It's a good caliber. It's good for deer. I'd take a caribou with a 300 Blackout. All right, you saw that caribou, didn't you? 67 Rebel, 67 Rebel SST. Share if you hadn't seen this in chat, beginning of the chat. So I'd take a caribou with it, especially that caribou at that distance. I mean, they're not that huge.
Over bear bait too.
Yeah, it'd be really good over bear bait, especially suppressed. You could get multiple bears coming in if you had a suppressor. Shoot one and wait for the next one. You know what you do with a coyote when you shoot it? Wait for the next one to come eat it. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly right. So, yeah, I think 300 Blackout's a good caliber. I like the supersonic rounds for like hunting. I like the Barnes Copper. Gives you good penetration. That Settler and below round that Buffman Range did a video on today. Go check that out. That's a good one. 300 Blackout as well. I definitely would go check that out. So there's just a lot of good rounds for it too. Don't get me wrong, but they got a 125 grain Nosracubon now that in 30 caliber. I did a video in 308 on it. It's a good bullet, but it ought to be a good bullet in 300 Blackout if you can get it going fast enough. That Nosracubon. Sorry about that. You want to connect it. You want to connect a suppressor up to it, and you know, shoot your subsonic rounds with those. Like the Hornady stuff is crap. All right, y'all put in the comments if you're watching this later whether I should use 7mm Magnum or I should use my 6.5 284 at Moose. So, kind of leaning on taking my 7mm Magnum just in case I run into a bear, or just in case that issue is a big issue that I was having with the 6.5 284 rifle. Not the round, but the rifle. I was bolting it and just would not go back on the, you know, would not allow me with a round in the chamber to put it back on safe. And that thing's got like a 2.5 pound trigger. That Accu-Trigger and that Savage is tuned just right. And you don't want anything to happen, you know, like that. So it means you couldn't carry it loaded in the woods, you know. So the only other gun I have that's really sighted in right now that's good to go, besides my AR-15s, is my 7 mag. So kind of sad. So it's what it is, though. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and end the chat. Thank you for the 10 of you that showed up, and all those that you showed up, you know, in between. Appreciate you. Sorry I've been a little absent these days. Be looking for footage. I'm going to try to get some good footage. All right, guys. God bless. Take care. See you, Hunter Kirk. All right. Y'all have a good one. Bye.